Let's talk about what's important to serious heterosexual women in bed. First story. If you like it when your girlfriend makes noises in bed and you're as silent as a mute, it can be awkward. Some guys are always silent, but sometimes it's weird and makes a woman insecure. The first steps in intimacy should be taken slowly and carefully to understand each other better. Pay attention to her reactions. If she's not as sensitive as expected, it doesn't mean you need to be silent. If he's silent when something intimate is going on, it can be awkward and make you feel insecure. You can't find out what he likes if he's quiet. So try different options and allow time to find out what both of you like. Be prepared that his preferences may change over time, so don't expect you to find one right way to please him. Guys need to know how stimulation of sensitive areas is important to women and how they can achieve multiple orgasms. This plays a huge role in the initial phase of intimacy. Discussing preferences and desires beforehand helps in creating a satisfying experience. Explore her sensitive spots and seek to stimulate them through intense gaze and communication. Feel free to have frank conversations and suggest new activities in bed. For example, I'm always open to fulfilling my partner's requests, especially if it brings pleasure to both of us. And another story about what makes a guy good in bed. It's not only his physical abilities but also his approach to intimacy. A partner who appreciates your body and commiserates with you makes the experience more enjoyable. It's important to find a balance between passion and tenderness, and to be open to experimentation and learning. Women are different, and it is important to consider their individual preferences and needs during intimacy. I will now tell a story about the importance of understanding intimate places and warming up slowly. The key here is to understand that a woman's body is made up of different parts, and each has its own characteristics. When a guy pays attention to the different parts of a woman's body and considers their needs, it makes the experience more enjoyable for both of them. Don't rush the event. Give time for intimate conversation and allow each other to express their feelings and desires. If something makes you uncomfortable, don't hesitate to say so, because comfort and consent are key in intimate relationships. When a guy expresses his admiration for your body or compliments you, it can greatly increase your confidence. Feel free to express your preferences and talk about what you like or dislike, because open communication helps improve intimacy. No one wants to be with someone who just thinks about themselves. A guy should be attentive to the girl, taking care of her pleasure. This includes preliminary caresses, tenderness, and understanding her desires. But technique is important too, let's not lie. A guy needs to know how to satisfy a girl. It's not about becoming some kind of superhero in bed. You just have to be open to experimentation, learning, and communication. Of course, intimacy is not just about physical pleasure, but emotional pleasure as well. A guy should be able to create an intimate atmosphere, be attentive to the feelings and moods of the partner. In general, it's not just about how a guy moves in bed, but how he treats his partner. If a guy cares about her pleasure, listens to her and learns, then I think that makes him really great in bed. The desire for pleasure should be mutual and genuine. A guy who shows passion and demonstrates attention to his partner's desires and body creates a pleasurable and satisfying experience. Communication, experimentation, and openness will help create a shared experience that brings joy to both. The use of toys in intimacy can greatly enhance mutual satisfaction. This is not a sign of inadequacy, but rather a partner's desire to improve the experience. The size of the pleasure is important, but not the only important thing. The key is to tailor the approach to your partner's individual preferences and desires. Another story about strong desire and variety in intimacy. It is important to be able to express your desires and agree only to what is comfortable for both parties. If you are submissive, it doesn't mean you should ignore your own desires. Intimacy should be fun and mutually enjoyable for everyone involved. Flirt, tease each other, and look for new ways to satisfy each other. Remember that intimacy is an interaction between two people, so it is important to be open and honest with each other. At the end of the day, the most important thing is respect and love for each other. A story about how important it is to create atmosphere and variety in intimate life. Music and candles can enhance the overall experience by activating several senses at the same time. Don't forget about cuddling after an intimate moment. An intense experience should be accompanied by tenderness and emotional intimacy. I will tell a story about the desire to learn and bring your partner to pleasure. It is important not to see each other as mere objects, but to play, learn and grow together. Every experience should be fun and exciting, and communication helps us learn more about each other. Don't be afraid to express your desires and try new things. Communication plays a crucial role here. It is important to understand your partner's desires and be willing to adapt to them. Observing signals and gestures and communicating the right amount will help you achieve mutual satisfaction. Every woman is unique, and it is important to consider her preferences and comfort. Intimate communication is not about performance, but about understanding your partner's desires. Offering demonstrations of your own can enhance understanding and increase satisfaction. Exploring adult lesbian experiences through videos of real lesbians can teach valuable lessons about interaction and preferences. And remember that each partner is unique, and it's important to consider their individual preferences and comfort. Be prepared that not all methods or toys will work the first time, but being open-minded and willing to experiment will help you find what is most satisfying for both. We understand that enjoying the moment can be triggered by a variety of factors, including stress levels and mood. Sometimes even minor concerns can get in the way of full enjoyment. It is important to be open and honest with your partner about how you feel and what gets in the way of pleasure. In intimate relationships, the balance between satisfying yourself and your partner is important. Don't focus too much on reaching the pinnacle of pleasure just for yourself or your partner. It is important to find common ground and provide satisfaction to both. Using different techniques and methods such as talking, caressing, and changing positions can help to create a deeper and richer intimate interaction. Each partner is unique, so it is important to listen to their needs and preferences. Exploring and discussing different aspects of intimacy together can help both partners enjoy the moment and achieve maximum satisfaction. It is important to remember that every experience is different, and there is no one-size-fits-all recipe for perfect intimacy. You might consider these materials as a kind of exploration of different aspects of intimacy and principles of partner interaction. It is important to remember that each person is unique and the approach to intimate relationships may differ. Open and honest communication, as well as respect for your partner's needs and preferences, play a key role in creating a satisfying relationship.